Hello Epic 7, and welcome to day number 4 of Ancient Inheritance. We've got a more complete map of Flor number 3, though there are still some more details to flesh out. Also, we have got a real rough draft of Flor number 4 going, and it is big. Looks like manoliths are back on the menu. The size of Flor number 4 is making me feel less concerned about looting on Flor number 3. I still am encouraging people to pick up some loot on the way, but I think there will be plenty of loot on Flor number 4 to satisfy the shop needs, so maybe don't chase every single chest, maybe don't do a whole bunch of normal monster fights. You still want to do a concerted push for Flor number 4, especially if you want to kill the priest multiple times, because it's going to take a while to deal with Flor number 4, and we're definitely going to have to split up into teams. And with 2 random start points, the teams are going to have to be flexible. One other thing I wanted to mention to you is there is a Founders Day coupon. Epic 7's official release date was August 31st, so the anniversary is coming up, and they have released a coupon that gives a epic artifact charm, 1,000 stamina, and 1,000,000 gold. Now, here's the coupon code for this. You get it in the mailbox section. Click on the coupon code button and enter your coupon code, and it'll drop it right into your mailbox. You might have to exit and go back into your mailbox to see the rewards. This coupon code will not work on Apple devices. Apple's infrastructure does not allow for coupon codes, so if you are running on an Apple device, it's a good time to go grab an emulator like LD Player or Mumu or BlueStacks so that you can get this coupon code. But enough stalling. Let's jump on the map for Flor number 3 and start doing some work. Where we left off, I was right beside the scroll, so we'll go ahead and grab it, and I don't want to consume extra provisions, and you know what, 400 EXP is going to help me out better in Ancient Inheritance, and I need charms really more than I need those equipment crafting things, so this works fine. Now, I know Flor number 3 looting's not as important, but I'm going to go ahead and grab at least one chest to get a little bit of loot. And we'll head up here to take out this mini boss, but first let's stop off at this relic. Okay, so I can get rid of the food provision, so I have room for it, so we'll go ahead and use the relic statue. Level 1 mage. I want the tomes to be at least +2 level by now. And the Vitality Brew would be nice on Flor 4, where I'll be doing normal monster fights, but for now I'm gonna take this bronze ring. It'll give me more XP when I use books. Okay, so let's see. I have put myself on the blue team because I've got the units necessary to solo these bosses. So we'll slide over here, grab one more scroll before we hit the golem up there. Don't be a fight. Don't be a fight. Hey, same one as before. We'll take 400 more experience. Thank you. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, time to hit the golem. Now, there are a couple different ways to cheese the golem fight, and you should only dedicate one person in your guild to taking it out. Just make sure that one person has a lot of time on their hands, because these cheeses are not fast. I'm going to feature the Knight cheese. Now, Golem's abilities, right? Every third attack he suffers, he does a counterattack. He increases the combat readiness of himself, he hits you with defense breaks, he stacks up injury. Everything he does is centered around not being able to do a sustained fight against him, but what the developers didn't think of, or heck, maybe they did think of it, is the T-Surin style passive, where you can't take more than half of your health in a single hit. Makes this boss easy to beat, especially with the injuries. I'm going to use Chaos Inquisitor. Now, for Chaos Inquisitor to work in this fight, let's see, his imprint's not worth it. Okay, for Chaos Inquisitor to work in this fight, he needs to be on a lifesteal set. And Torrent or Pen Set helps, but it's not that important. It's just more damage. You could also use a crit set if you need to get his crit chance up. I put him on the Grail of Blood artifact. Yours does not need to be leveled this high. It's just a little bit of extra healing. I think plus 15 would be plenty. And that's it. You stick them in there and you hit auto. Now, mine knights are level 7. All that means is you can complete this quickly. A friend of mine did the same fight with level 3 knights, and it took him about an hour and 40 minutes to clear, but he was able to do it with level 3 knights. Now, as you see, every time Inky... Oh, heck, my skills are off. Okay, make sure your skills are not off, or you will probably not make it through this. Man, I almost died there. And the reason you want your skills on is Inquisitor's S3 is a full heal, or almost a full heal, especially with lifesteal. You can see Grail of Blood pops off every time he takes a turn, the S3 heals him up, the lifesteal heals him up. The poor Golem never gets a chance to knock him below, low enough that any single hit can work. You need to be fast enough that the Golem doesn't lap you and take multiple turns, but hey, if level 3 knights can do it, you should be fine. We'll go ahead and speed this fight up. Now this is sped up to about 3,000%, so 300 times normal speed. This entire fight took me about 30 minutes. And that's with level 7 knights. As I said before, a friend of mine who runs another guild, he used level 3 knights, and he soloed the whole thing in about an hour and 40 minutes. Here's a screenshot. So it can be done with lower level knights. Just set it on auto, make sure your phone is plugged in and set it to the side, and take care of it and get it done. Your guild will appreciate your time spent because it's a real good conservation of resources to only have one person take out this entire mini-boss. And just like that, the fight is over. It only took about 35 minutes with level 7 knights. You can run lower knights, it'll just take a little bit longer. 2 million points is not bad for one person doing one attack with one unit. That's maximum resource efficiency. And resource efficiency is important because we want to make sure that the guild can progress, and the fewer people that need to take care of these mini-bosses, the better. So we'll slide up here and see what loot we get. Okay, grabbing the guild chest. And that leveled us up. Nice. That gives me enough provisions. I should be able to get to that warrior statue, but I'm going to have to skip these chests. Which is okay. I'm less concerned about looting on floor 3 now that there's an exposed map for floor 4 and seeing how big it is. The number of fights on floor 4, the number of chests on floor 4, I feel I should be able to just loot the occasional chest on floor 3 and be in pretty good shape for floor number 4. Well, I am on the blue team, so I don't attack the Lich, but somebody else on my team has let me record the footage of them doing the fight. So it is a Earth Lich, so you want to use fire units. Non-fire units will take additional damage. Now I know we have Camilla and Kitty on there, but we've got Acades tanking, especially with Acades S2 giving her immortality, or invulnerability I should say. That should help her tank this a little bit, and we can rack up some damage with Fire Ken. Even though Kitty and Camilla aren't really are taking extra damage, I think Acades is a strong enough healer to keep them alive. So the S2 prevents Acades from taking any damage from that first hit. Kitty can transform, cleansing any debuffs off, and start the dual attack spamming. Nice, got a defense break. I guess we'll just S1 here. Hey, got a nice random dual attack. Since the defense break's already up, S3 for souls and to get vigor up. Now he has vigor, so that means he has a guaranteed defense break on Fire Ken. Damage is starting to ramp up already. Now, to be fair, this account, the warriors are not super high level, so score may be a little bit lower than what you'd expect for this level of play. S2 so that we don't get damage from the Warden attack. There's no need to burn this because the heal should be enough to stack everybody back to full. Nice. Yikes. Okay, that damage stacked up way faster than expected, so we're not going to get much further than this. But you know what? A little over 300k damage. That's doing our part. That's pretty good damage against the Warden, especially considering the level of units we're running here. Ouch, 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 and dead. Oh, we got one last hit in. We can burn it for 2 hits. We got a defense break. And one last big hit. 384,000. That's really good. I'm pretty pleased with that. I mean, it's 3rd place in the ranking of all the people hitting. Well, now we're going to slide over to the Gold Team, who's engaging the Banshee on the right-hand side of the map. A lot of people talk about how Fire Ravi can solo the Banshee, and this is and isn't true. I think on Flor 4, when your Fire Ravi is like level 14 or 15, then she can solo the Banshee. But on these lower floors, I don't think she has the health to tank the hits or the damage to spawn great enough heals. We'll go ahead. Of course, you want her skills turned off when you're running this because her S3 has no heals to it whatsoever. You really want a speed set on her because you want her to take turns and pen set for extra damage, and she has to have the Sigurd's Scythe artifact for extra healing. And it starts out looking really good, right? 100k points already, she's constantly healing herself. But eventually the damage starts to scale up, and it gets to the point where Fire Ravi is just not able to stay ahead of it. Even when we turn it on manual and start soul burning her S1, it's not enough to stay ahead of the damage, and she eventually dies. So I think the Fire Ravi solo is a, good free chunk of damage, and it's a good way to help beat down the Banshee. But on floor number 3, it's not going to be a safe way to solo the Banshee. So we jump in to finish it off, and we're going to use green lots, Commander Lorena, Emilia, and Doris. This team works really well. Unfortunately, it is manual. You have to sit here and babysit it the entire time, but as long as you're careful with your heals and you make sure that Lorena's health is never too low, it can probably solo the entire fight, depending on the level of your warriors and soul weavers. Mostly your warriors in this case. Now there comes a point in this fight where the Banshee is speed buffing itself so much where you will not be able to pop the barrier. So during the barrier phase, you're just stacking heals. You're healing everybody up, you're getting barriers, you're trying to blind with Doris, you're trying to attack down with green lots. And then when the Banshee comes out of the barrier phase, does a big attack, you heal up from that, and you get 1 or 2 attacks in with Commander Lorena before the barrier goes back up again. Then you turtle up for the barrier again, let the barrier pop, get 1 or 2 attacks off Lorena, repeat, repeat, repeat. Don't worry about defense breaks, the Banshee is immune to defense breaks. So you don't have to worry about not having a defense breaker. The attack break from lots is enough to proc the Rage set on Lorena for extra damage. Same with the Blind on Doris, and those also make the Banshee hit less hard. The important thing is being really careful about your heals. It's a good idea to have Greenlot's S2 himself, and then S3 if you need extra healing, especially if he's wearing Rod of Amaryllis or Unfading Memories. That's a great way to spam heals on the team. I have oftentimes found myself having Amelia push Greenlots, and then Greenlots pushes himself, and then Greenlots S3s to heal up the entire team, especially during barrier phases. So I think between this team and Fire Ravi, you should be able to take the Banshee out in 2, maybe 3 entries tops. So it's a really good combo of units for the gold team as long as they're running Warriors and Soul Weavers. And with the Banshee down, it exposes the, you know what? Let's see if Amelia can kill it. Amelia, use your S1, kill it. Ah, it's Doris's kill. OP Doris slap, bam! Banshee's dead. Okay, so that exposes this back area, and we can explore it a little bit. And that's about that. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gives you some good ideas for teams for these mini bosses and for the Warden. We're going to spend 4 days tops on this floor. Our goal is to be on floor 4 by Sunday or Monday, ideally by Sunday, and that gives us the entire rest of the week to spend on floor number 4, maximizing our loot and spam killing the priest. If you have any questions, ask them in the comments section. If you enjoy the content, please give it a like, maybe consider a subscribe, and jump in the Discord. Good community, great way to find a guild, and good place to go to get your questions answered. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. I'm going to go get some coffee. Take care, everybody.